The All-Star game, a debacle of debacles, yet again, as the modern athletes have ruined all All-Star games. I have determined that the modern professional ball player, they make so much money and they're so spoiled, they have destroyed the All-Star games. But LeBron James had loose lips over All-Star weekend. He was peppered with random questions by an international media cartel that all wanted to get a word with LeBron. And among the things he talked about was the current status of the pathetic Lakers, the once proud Laker franchise, now a disgrace. Lakers bringing up near the rear of the Western Conference. There are 15 teams in the Western Conference. The Lakers are 13th place in that Western Conference standings. They are 2 games behind Oklahoma City for the final spot in the redonkulous play-in tournament. Now, regardless of the plot that the Lakers find themselves in, they continue to get a lot of media play. LeBron James, we mentioned he was the one speaking at this news conference. Now, he has no plans, none, of not being part of the postseason. If you didn't hear this, maybe not. As Warner Wolf would say, let's go to the audio tape. Here's LeBron James discussing DNA. Let's go to the audio.
I don't want to see myself not being part of the postseason for 2 years straight. It's just not part of my DNA.
Oh.
You know, we sit up here talking about the record and things of that nature, and that's all cool, but I'm more passionate about trying to make the postseason and give ourselves a chance to compete for another Larry O'Brien trophy. So that's just who I am. That's what I'm cut from. I hope I can, figure out a way to just make sure I'm available on the floor every single night for these 23 games.
Yeah, it was LeBron who then went out and hurt his hand. But wait, there's more. Here's LeBron also talking about how these final 23 games, oh, man, are these a big deal? Let's go to the audio tape again.
23 of the most important games of my career for a regular season.
Oh.
The type of mindset that I have and the guys will have coming back off the break.
Okay, 23 of the most important regular season games for LeBron James. All right, so let us discuss the question, thumbs up or thumbs down on LeBron not missing the playoffs being part of his DNA. So I'm going thumbs down on this. I've got thumbs down. Catch of the day, the Don, and weak link. And we'll combine all of these things together, and we're going to put together a hokey soundbite, which is LeBron giving us hokiness every single time he pretty much talks into a microphone. So, LeBron James, we know he loves to talk. Talk. He should be a talk show host. Talk. He talks the talk, but with the Lakers, it is interesting to note that LeBron has not walked the walk. On the court, LeBron James is a falling star. Don't let a falling star fall on you. Now, financially, his move to the Lakers has been wonderful. He has played grab ass on a daily basis with the Hollywood elites that go to Laker games. But on the court, he's a bust. And so you check the DNA in the laboratory, and it comes back inconclusive. In the fishing world, LeBron is the catch of the day. Unfortunately, the catch of the day is a flounder, as he has been battling to stay out of the very bottom of the Pacific Division Ocean, where the flounder hangs out. The LeBron in purple and gold has been, the word is unsteady. He's wobbly. No championships, no legitimate championships. The Mickey Mouse ring does not count. Real basketball people know that. Only low information fans count that as a ring. Titles are not earned after 3 months off at a Disney resort in a Toontown bubble. Sorry, not sorry. LeBron's Laker DNA is confirmed in Loserville. Year 1, missed the playoffs. Year 2, the bubble, doesn't count. Year 3, lost in the opening round to the Suns. And year 4, missed the playoffs. And now this year, the Lakers right now would miss the playoffs as well. The Lakers had a losing record last season with LeBron in the lineup. And this season, I checked my notes, and LeBron yet again has a losing record while he's been on the court with the Lakers up until the All-Star break. Now, page 2. How do you explain LeBron saying that these are the most important regular season games of his career? So LeBron is using his license. It is a poetic license, much like Shakespeare's King John, paint the lily, embellishing, taking a page out of the Don's playbook, as in Don King, the king before LeBron, the former boxing promoter back in his day, who's still hanging on, getting very old there, Don King, who famously said, if you want to sell a steak, you can't just have the sizzle, you got to have the sauce. And LeBron is oozing with the sauce. It's all about the sauce. Last season, I will not forget, we did a monologue mocking LeBron at this, but he openly bragged about activating, quote, playoff mode, close quote. He activated playoff mode. The Lakers failed to make even the play-in last season. But he activated playoff mode because it's not in his DNA to miss the playoffs. So the Lakers, they made a bunch of moves here, and many basketball media who like to lick the toes of LeBron James, they're very excited about this. I look at this as a bunch of C-level trades. There's no need to take a bow. They didn't hit the lottery on any of these moves, didn't tip the scales. The balance of power has not shifted in the NBA Western Conference. Grabbing a basket full of journeyman ball players does not move the needle. And if it does, man, you blow. Basketball hobo D'Angelo Russell. The guy changes teams more than Weed Man Hippie in Miami changes his underwear. You've got bit players like Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley, and Mo Bamba. Wow. So the Lakers are serving sloppy joes up and claiming it's prime rib. I look at that, a bunch of crummy, cheap, second-rate ball players who are now being propped up as the key to a dramatic turnaround. Where have you gone, Kobe Bryant? Our nation turns its lonely eyes to you, unfortunately. We know Kobe's not walking back through that door. My God, what a debacle the Lakers have become. All right, last word here. So, in terms of this season, with 23 games to go, are the Lakers a mortal lock to make the playoffs? And the buzzer is sounding, no. And I'll tell you why. Because they have a not-so-clandestine weak link, right? Anthony Davis, the unibrow, tick, 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 tick. The unibrow is a ticking time bomb. The man is made out of glass. Now, that said, the bar has been lowered. The NBA, a couple years ago, decided we are going to make this as easy as we possibly can without just allowing everyone in. It used to be ridiculous. We used to goof on the NBA and the NHL because they would allow the top 8 teams in the conference to make the playoffs. 53% of the teams would make the playoffs. You say, well, that's kind of silly. Well, the NBA said, hold our beer. And now the top 10 teams qualify for at least this nonsense play-in tournament. So that is 66.6, the sign of the devil, who make the postseason in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference, making the regular season even more of a waste of everyone's time. And it might explain why the players don't try to put an honest effort in during the regular season. That's right, Kyrie. I'm dehumanizing the players because they take load management. But only 5 teams in the West will not at least qualify for the play-in tournament. Only 5. The Lakers, as we said, they have the 13th best record in the West. Or should I say the 3rd worst record in the West. Only the San Antonio Spurs and the Rockets of Houston are below them in the Western Conference. But at this time, the Lakers are only a couple games out. Everyone's bottled up there. And if they spring up and leapfrog up, they'll have a Hollywood ending. Unless they don't.